So I think when it came time for me to kind of like look for something that I wanted to do with my life, wasn't really a question whether or not I wanted to find something that like wasn't just a job to take up most of my time. And photography was something I found in high school and started doing. And journalism, I was in the high school newspaper, and um, I just became enamored with the idea of, stepping out of your own shoes and into the shoes of other people uh, through the veil of storytelling. With a camera in hand, you suddenly had access to these experiences and perspectives that you never would have had otherwise. And, that really has been the defining inspiration for me as I continued on to become a journalist and filmmaker, director, all the lot, I would say.
What is it specifically about that enamor that you talk about with stepping into other people's shoes? Why do you think there is that kind of visceral interest and curiosity that you have? If you can kind of put a finger on it, you know, why? Where do you think that comes from?
I mean, I think at first it was just kind of the selfish knack that probably a lot of people have of like wanting to experience more in life. We all, spend most of our days in our own heads, and to break up the doldrums of that kind of like daily plodding journey that we're all taking through life, like having new experiences is a way to break up the monotony of like day to day life. And I found that executing that search for new experiences by telling stories like was a way for me to not only do things that I might have been capable of doing. I grew up here in Montana skiing and doing these outdoor adventure pursuits, but I went to college and continued to pursue photography, and started working for some small publications, and started shooting a little bit of video, and that allowed me to, step into concerts. I was like going to shoot these concerts and spending time with musicians and like learning about this like amazing world of like people who were really good at this thing that I, had no idea about. And I learned about this whole new sphere of things, and went and got to like sit on the edge of the pipe at the X Games as a filmer. And it just like gave you access to these worlds that you would have had to like level up a ton to be able to access as someone participating in them, uh, other than a filmmaker or a photographer or storyteller. And it's a gift. I mean, I'll be the first to admit that it's selfish. It's like it's the most beautiful thing to be able to see the world through other people's eyes and through experiences beyond your own. And it has become something that for me is now much more about sharing that perspective with other people, opening up.